So that Xbox event happened. What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. It's your boy Dakota Griswold here, back again. And yeah, that happened. That Xbox event happened. You know, they was hyping it up, making it seem like we was getting all the next gen. And we did. We got some next gen games, but 10 of 13 of these games were for Xbox One and maybe PS4 too. But they also had smart delivery. And if it has smart delivery, it means it's going to be on Xbox One and basically carry over to the Series X. And, well, I'm not wholly disappointed with the games. I'm just disappointed with the hype value, the amount of hype, and everything that just went in. And I thought I was going to see more. Now, I feel like they might just be pacing themselves, just given the fact that we're going to get something every month starting from today, basically. And I did believe they said in July they're going to get some official Xbox Game Studios reveals. And hopefully we see some Infinite. I think we're going to see some Halo Infinite. And, well, I'm just going to go over a list of what we saw and my quick, brief thoughts about it. And IGN pretty much broke it down. And so this is just pretty much easy. So I kind of don't even want to talk about that first. What opened it up, right, was Bright Memory Infinite. The game looks amazing. Undoubtedly. Fire. A portion of it is already on PC. And if you want to play that, go ahead and, just tell me what you think. The game looks amazing, but the way they hyped it up, it says right here, it says Bright Memory Infinite Xbox Series X gameplay. I don't know. Maybe it looked a little shinier, but I'm expecting some huge, huge leaps and bounds when it comes to this technology. And I was like, it was a disappointing presentation for what they presented it as, but the games that were shown looked pretty good. Bright Memory is a game where it's a first-person shooter, action game where you also have a grappling hook and a sword. I'm not arguing. That is 100% my type of game. Okay? And it also looks like it might be a little linear. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's open world. And honestly, if you're going to put a game like that in open world with that kind of combat, I can only imagine the options of what's about to happen. This game looks amazing, but it doesn't look like a Series X game. It looks like a PS4, Xbox One game. And I'm not complaining about the game itself. I'm complaining about the fact that Microsoft made it seem like, these games is about to look crazy. 8K, 120 frames per second. No, that wasn't even driven home. It's looking like it's just going to get 4K and 60 frames per second. And to be honest with you, I'm still fine with that. It's just the hype value. Shame. Moving on, we got another game called Call of the Sea. This particularly didn't interest me, but it was a good-looking game. It was interesting, and basically it's a first-person adventure game set in the 1930s. Call of the Sea has players step into the shoes of Nora, exploring a South Pacific island in search of her missing husband. Cool. I was expecting some banger hits. This is cool. It's always good for a good narrative game and stuff like that. I'm not arguing, but this ain't it, Xbox. This ain't it. This ain't what I was thinking it was gonna happen. But then we got to see Chorus. Now Chorus, it seems pretty cool. Chorus is a space combat game, but basically there's a narrative where you play as a character. And a quick little synopsis, IGN says Chorus is a space combat shooter with a difference, adding story to the genre's usual mix of aerial combatics and precision shooting. You play the haunted Nara, piloting her sentient starfighter, forsaken on a journey to destroy the cult that created her. Chorus will arrive in 2021. From what I saw, it looked awesome. I'm not going to lie to you. This actually kind of did look like Xbox Series X gameplay, but with it being so far away, we didn't get a chance to really delve into it. And what we saw was cool. And honestly, I don't even think it was gameplay. It seemed to be all cinematics. And I mean, if the game is this far away, that's fine. But like I said, and then we got a chance to see Dirt 5. Dirt 5 still looks like an Xbox One game. They updated the locations and everything. I'm not really this kind of game fan, but this is it. And they also say it's gonna be there at console launch. What I will say is this. They also said they got the dynamic duo of gaming and this game doing some voice acting, and that is Troy Baker and Nolan North. Now, if you want to put Joel and Nate in the same game, I have no problem. It's just not Dirt 5. I'm just not into it, you know what I'm saying? And these two dudes have a YouTube channel. It's funny. I love it. And it's really, really awesome. But this just wasn't enough for me. But moving right along, we got Madden NFL 21. And I'm baffled because I'm wondering what they're going to do. You know, the players got to come in and do some mocap. I'm wondering what they're going to do with the state of the world right now. And they can't do what they normally would do. But, I mean, I guess you can have maybe some other people come in-house animations. Or I don't know what it's like to develop. So I don't know how expensive it is to get maybe some mocap stuff into people's houses or whatever. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm curious to see how some sports games develop with everything just being shut down. But then we got Madden and they said, yeah, it's smart delivery. And all right, you know, I'm I'm not even sure what to take it out. What I also want to say is that Bright Memory I'm guessing is also just Xbox Series X. It also lets you know what's smart delivery and what isn't. And Madden is one of them. But then here we go. We got an interesting one. It's actually closed off the show, but this game, Scarlet Nexus, the art style seems Astral Chain-ish. Maybe between Astral Chain and what's the show? It's the anime show that it's an MMO, but they keep making games from it. Sword Art Online. It looks like that, but it seems, you know, straight action-y. It seems kind of Platinum Games-ish, where you're basically playing as a character with a sword, of course, because why not? It's awesome. And you're fighting some creatures that have legs and arms, but their heads are bouquets of flowers. I can't wait to hear more about this. I'm interested. Okay, it's weird, but interesting. And it's coming from Bandai Namco, and they put out some good stuff. So I don't see why not, you know, but I just wasn't really feeling it. This game I was feeling, and also smart delivery was enabled. And an anime-infused action game, you'll play as psychokinetic Yuito Sumeragi. I probably pronounced Yuito wrong, but Sumeragi. You'll explore the futuristic city of New Himuka as technology and psychic abilities are used to wage war. That sounds awesome. That sounds very awesome. I can't wait to hear more, but this is also smart delivery enabled. Next we have is a really weird game. You could tell it's definitely a horror. I wasn't happy with the first, like, maybe 15, 20 seconds of the trailer because something happened and something came out of a wall and it looked very phallic, and I was like, why? Why is it right now in the trailer? Like, is that right now? Like, you could have just left that for the main game. But it looks creepy. Like, I don't know if you heard about that game Agony where you play as somebody in hell and you're trying to run from people. It kind of has that kind of environment kind of look. It actually made me itch, so I won't be playing this. But it did look pretty good as far as as far as the graphics. But it basically says a first-person horror adventure. Scorn aims to take you on a non-linear journey through several horrific realms with a distinctly H.R. Geiger-like aesthetic, each with their own story to unravel. Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. I don't play horror games, and I don't like defenseless horror games. And this sounds like it's one of those Outlast types of games, and it's just not for me. I don't do horror games where you can defend yourself. I didn't finish Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 7 because I was terrified, and I'm going to admit that. Okay? My anxiety can't take these types of games. And if you putting this on the Xbox Series X with all of this super photorealism looking graphics, I'm good. I'm good, man. I like to sleep at night. I'm good. So next up, we got a game called Second Extinction. It's basically, we're fighting dinosaurs. It's not Turok, even though I would love a new Turok. It's not Turok, it's Second Extinction. From what the trailer looks like, it looks like it's a Left 4 Dead style game, but here's a synopsis. It says, a new game from Avalanche's self-publishing unit, Systemic Reaction. Second Extinction is a co-op FPS that sees you taking on the mass hordes of mutant dinosaurs that have taken over Earth. A lot of Left 4 Dead type games coming out. But if it works, it works. Maybe this game would be one of those Left 4 Dead games that I'm interested in. I'm not really interested in that thing, but I like dinosaurs. And like the moment the trailer started, there was a guy cocking a shotgun. I said, all right, I'm paying attention. But I'm not a fan of this kind of setting, and this just isn't for me. But then we got another game, and that's also smart delivery. But we got another game called The Ascent. It's a cyberpunk game. No, not Cyberpunk 2077. It's a cyberpunk game. It's basically cyberpunk with Diablo. It's a top-down aesthetic, and it's a shooter. And it's pretty cool looking. That I will say. And IGN says, imagine a cyberpunk Diablo, and you're somewhere on the road to Ascent. Playable alone or in co-op. This action RPG takes place in a futuristic dystopia where the ruling megacorporation has collapsed and left chaos in its wake. If you're interested in seeing more, look, because IGN has, the 1st of May, and they got some extended content on there. We'll have exclusive footage and info all month. I'll be following this as it develops, and I'll put you guys on to let you know how this looks, because the game already, it looks pretty good. It looks fun. $30, $40 game, honestly. I do not believe it's going to be $60, but we don't even know to this level how deep this game is yet. So we've only seen a little bit, so I'm fine. And if it plays co-op, I'm down for that. I'm always down for some couch co-op. Now we have a game called The Medium, another weird horror, but I'm not taking away from what it is. It looks pretty good, honestly. And it says from IGN, Bloober team has specialized in psychological horror for years at this point, but The Medium sounds like another step forward for the Polish studio. Playing the titular Medium, you'll see both the real and spirit worlds as you investigate a tragedy in a now abandoned hotel. Excitingly, those two words come with separate soundtracks, one by Bloober teams. I cannot pronounce these words. I will try it my best. Arkadiusz and Ray Kowski, and the other by Akira Yamaoka of Silent Hill. And it will arrive this holiday. Now, wait a minute. Like I said, I'm not a fan of horror, but I do recognize Silent Hill. And you got a composer from Silent Hill on a new game. Probably some great things can happen, because Silent Hill is just one of those, it's cult following. I see people on Facebook all the time talking about, when are we getting a new Silent Hill? Can we get a remastered? And I understand, because everything is getting remastered. Everything is getting remade, okay? And why not? But this isn't my type of game. I don't really like psychological horrors. So moving on. This game does seem a little bit more interesting to me. I did not get a chance to play the original, but this is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It looked awesome. First person action game kind of. I seen the guy with an axe, and you also play as a vampire. You're dashing around. You have powers. I'm all for it. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see more of it, so maybe I can eventually play it. And it says, the sequel to the cult classic RPG takes you to the underworld of Seattle as you choose to join one of several warring vampire clans. Vampires in the first person in an action game. Yeah, I might be down for this. And given the fact that I know the Masquerade is a really big deal, so maybe it'd be a steel case. I'm down to collect. And the great news is this game is also smart delivery. That I'll give credit to. Now, here's the thing that surprised me. This was toward the end. Now, I remember the last, maybe most of this generation, the Xbox One didn't get, it didn't get a lot of JRPG support. And even in the past, it didn't get a whole lot of JRPG support. But recently, they announced, I believe it was this year or the end of last year, they announced that basically all of the Yakuzas, the ones that got remastered, was coming to Game Pass and on Xbox. And it's just like, that's cool. How would you feel about Yakuza Like a Dragon definitely getting localized and it being revealed at an Xbox presentation? Never thought I'd say something like that. I don't like turn-based games that much, but this one actually looks cool. I've never played a Yakuza game. Let's also say that. And I don't think I'll ever play it. They don't really seem like I'm talking about the game as a whole. It doesn't seem like it's my cup of tea. The action looks great. I give credit to it, no problem. But it doesn't seem like it's my cup of tea. But Yakuza Like a Dragon looks like some straight-up fire. And completely exaggerated fire. You see him pulling something out of the ground like it's the sword from Zelda. it's crazy, but it also says the 7th mainline Yakuza game makes some major changes. Not least, it switched to turn-based RPG-like combat. It's also coming to Xbox far more quickly than previous installments, and it's now a next-gen title. Smart delivery enabled. Wow. Wow, it's just Yakuza on Xbox, the most powerful system, you know. Yakuza is a hit series. It's a big deal, and for it to finally come to Xbox, I thought I'd never see a Yakuza on Xbox. It started back on PS2, and it was on PS3. Then it was on PS4, and then Sony. Then Microsoft was like, "Yo, look, all right, that's enough. We need to start holding it down in all regions. So let's get some Yakuza on Game Pass." Yep, that was pretty good. That it looked pretty good, and I really believe that. I know that there's a big crowd who have Xboxes who love the Yakuza. But now they can definitely play it. Right now, Yakuza 0 is on Game Pass, so maybe play some of that and catch up. And last but not least, maybe least, because I just wasn't happy with this. They showed us some Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay. Yeah, I want to say it's in-game engine, but it didn't seem like it was gameplay. Not like we know and love to be able to play it. They just gave us some stuff, and it wasn't it. It wasn't it. They hyped it up to make it sound like, yo, we're going to show you some gameplay next week when they showed us the teaser last week, and then we didn't get enough. It looks cool. They gave us some more story beats, but it was not enough. I wasn't really satisfied with that, especially this whole presentation. I was hyped about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I was hoping I'd get to see something really great, but it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. I want to see a guy doing some fighting, and it looks like somebody's actually pressing the buttons, not some cinematic or fixed. No. Give us the real deal. I'm still very excited about Assassin's Creed. I'm excited about Bright Memory Infinite. I love a good first-person shooter, but then you throw a sword in there. Big difference. Lads and letters, let me know down below what you thought about this presentation. I wasn't really a big fan, but we still got some good games out of it. Hey, we're still going to see stuff in the coming months, but let me know down in the comments below what you thought of all of this, what you thought of this presentation. Please like, share, subscribe, and if you ain't feeling it, dislike it. Let me know so I can get better about what I do. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when your boy is posting some videos. Lads and ladettes, this video is finito.